Greetings and welcome to Aquarium Thoughts. I'm Dave. Today I'm going to be doing a little update about the UV sterilizer I purchased. It was the AA Mean Green Killing Machine. I believe that was the name for it. I've had it running for a few weeks now. I believe it's been a few weeks. Maybe a couple, almost maybe 3 weeks now. I'm going to go ahead and show a video of the updates. One video was pretty much a tank shot of the day after I started running it. Then it moves on to another tank shot, which basically shows the water as well. First one was a little cloudy, as you will see in the video. Second was much better. And then finally I'm going to show you after I did some water changes on how that looked after I did the water changes, how the water had the green tint. But that is basically going to be what I'm showing you in this video. It's basically an update, I guess, kind of showing you how this thing has worked for me. So anyways, hold on, I'll be right back and I will show you those videos in a bit. Hold on. Okay, I'm back, and this is the next morning, well, not morning, next afternoon. It's probably been about close to 12 hours since the UV sterilizer has been running. Of course, the light's a little bit brighter. What I have noticed is the green tinting is gone. However, what I got now is more of a whitish cloudiness. So I'm kind of hoping that will eventually work itself out. So probably tomorrow I'm going to probably come back to this and see how that's going, so we'll go from there. Hello, I am back once more to basically update on the UV sterilizer. I did turn it off. I don't have it on all day long now. I just have it on for a few hours now every night. Basically this is about a couple days after I started. First couple days I had it on all day. Now I do have it on a couple hours each day, maybe like 2 or 3. But basically the white cloudiness did go away after I did that. So I am so far liking the results. I don't see that much greenish tint just by looking into the tank. Of course, I still have algae in there, which I'm not worried about because my there goes Clover. But my autosinkless, if I could find them in here, will basically do that cleaning. Let me see if I can actually find one. They're in there somewhere. If I had my my zucchini in there, I'd probably be able to see them, but they're in there. So there's one back there. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Let's see here. It's kind of just resting on one of the leaves, but they are in there. There it is. If you could kind of make it out. Let me zoom back out here. But I do like the results so far. I will notice the results better once I actually do the water change I'm planning on doing tomorrow. And I will basically videotape that on the water as well, just to show you if there's any green tint in it or not. But so far, I think I'm liking the results. The water doesn't look greenish as much as I've seen it before. It does look clearer, where I can actually see the fish better. But anyways, that's that update. I will basically close this video out tomorrow. Right now it's Tuesday. I'm going to do a water change tomorrow, which is Wednesday. So I will close this video out after I do that water change, so I can show you how the water is. If it's green, then it's not doing a good job. If it's clear, then it's going to be doing what I want it to do. There, speaking of the autosinkless, there's one right now kind of swimming next to the tiger lotus. Now behind the tiger lotus leaf right there, if you can see that right there. So anyways, I will be back with an update for you guys tomorrow. Of course, it's going to be all in one video, but stay tuned for that, and I will be back shortly within this video anyways. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. This video is going to be basically showing you the water from the water change. This is 7 days after I started using the UV light in my tank. This is basically this is the water that I have from the water change. I'm going to dump it into my tub where you can actually see how the water is a green tinge. So there I go, I'm dumping it right now. There it goes, it's in the tub. As you can see, it does have a tinge to it. It's really there. It's a lot showable there. The lighting could have been better in there, but that is basically from 7 days out on the green water. I wish I had images of it before where it was really green, much greener than that. So I'm not sure if that's the UV light helping or if it's just my tank working better. Now this is going to be going towards my next water change. This happened actually 9 days afterwards. Sorry about the portrait mode. I forgot to film in landscape, but it actually works out better, as you can see later on. But this is 9 days after, 16 days after I started. There goes the water. I'm not quite sure if it's better or not. You're going to have to be the judge on this. So if you feel it's better or worse, please let me know in the comments below. But I think it's better. Not much, but I do think it's a little bit better. Or it might be the same. You will see shortly as I do a side-by-side comparison second, which is where the portrait mode actually comes in handy. That will be coming up shortly. But that is the water after my second water change 16 days later, and this is the side-by-side comparison. There's both. I'm dumping both into the tank around the same time, give or take a few seconds. But please do let me know in the comments below if you feel which one was better. Now keep in mind, 16 days later I did have the lights a little bit brighter and running a little bit longer, so that could take into effect. Later on you'll see basically that, but that is the difference between the two. So please leave comments below on how you feel. I think the 16 days does look better, but it could just be my mind playing tricks on me. But in a few moments I will close out this video, so please hold on and I will be back. Okay, so I'm back. Those were the videos on how the green machine, the UV sterilizer I bought, is working. I'm not running it all the time. I'm running about maybe 6 hours each day. I typically started from like 6 p.m. and I ended off around like 1 or 2. Mainly because I think it's causing problems with the fertilizer. If I have it running during the fertilizers, I think it's doing something to the chemical, basically making the water cloudy. I haven't really tested this out lately. I think maybe the initial cloudiness might have been for something else, but just to play it safe, I'm doing it this way. I don't want to cause any issues with the fertilizers, with the UV kind of creating some kind of reaction with that. I believe by the time it turns on, all the fertilizers are pretty much already in the system. They're basically in the system stable, being used by the plants. So I don't think starting it at 6 p.m. is going to be creating the issue. But as you see, I still have the green water. I'm not really sure if the UV sterilizer is really doing that well of a job as I wanted. I mean, it still has the green tint. I mean, it's still way better than when I first had it before I started, but then I'm not sure if that's just because maybe my system has been clearing itself up. The one thing of note is the 16-day one. The lights were on for a longer period of time, a little bit brighter as well, so that could be another contributing factor to why maybe it's not appearing to be working well. I'm still going to run it just to maybe get rid of some things that shouldn't be in the water column. But I do actually have, I'm starting to do another thing that's hopefully going to be combating the green water issue. Maybe it'll create the issue on that. And plus it actually adds more food for my fish. I'm going to go ahead and give you a sneak peek of one of my upcoming videos. You can kind of see it in the video right now, which is the box on the side. Let me go ahead and bring this over here, and I'm going to show you what I have in there. Basically, this is my next project. It's still a work in progress, so keep in mind it's not finished. Basically, this is a breeder box. This is just the beginning. As you can see, I have some little creatures kind of swimming in there. What that is actually Daphnia. I gathered from my live cultures I have on my back porch. So hopefully they will actually clean up some of the green water for me and create another live culture for my fish to feed off of. Basically that's going to be my next project. I'm not going to explain more of what I'm doing with this yet. That will be in an upcoming video, like I said. So basically that's going to be my, hopefully a good live culture in here. Unfortunately, some of the Daphne is going to where I don't want it to go into. But hopefully this does me good as well. Basically that would help me get rid of some of the green water with the Daphne eating it. And plus it gives me, like I said, some live food for my fish. And it's another culture that I'm going to have in case one of the other ones out there crash. But basically, like I said, this is still an experiment on there. I'm hoping it works out. When I do my next video, one of my next videos, when I explain what I'm going to be doing with this, I will explain that more and probably give you an update on how those Daphne are that are doing in there right now. I just put that in there probably like 10 minutes ago. So I don't know how well they're going to do in there. It's just, like I said, I'm experimenting. I like to experiment and seeing how things go sometimes. But I'm hoping this will work out well. Of course, I mean, the water does overflow into my tank. If any of the Daphne finds its way down that little waterfall, it's going to be eaten by the fish. So there's that. So basically that is my update on my UV sterilizer I have. Please do leave some comments down below on how you think it might be working. I think it's less green, but then again, I could be doing like wishful thinking that this purchase actually is doing well. So please do leave those comments if you think the water is a little bit less green on the, especially the ones where I'm actually dumping it into the sink, not the sink, but the tub. So please do leave those comments, and I hope you have a good day, night, or whenever you're watching this.